So, a brand new player has just walked into the AI arena, and this time it's not from Silicon Valley. Sarvam AI just dropped a whole suite of really powerful models, and it feels like a major leap forward for India's very own homegrown AI technology. But what can it actually do? Let's forget the press releases and the headlines for a second. Today, we're taking the Sarvam Developer Platform for a full-on test drive to see what it's really made of. Yeah, we're going to push this thing to its limits. We really want to find out if this homegrown AI has what it takes to actually compete on the world stage. Okay, let's dive in.
So here's our game plan for today. We'll start with how you can get your hands on it for free. Then we're diving into the audio and vision tools, checking out its pretty unique translation skills, seeing how you can build with it, and of course, we'll give you our final verdict.
All right, first things first. Honestly, one of the most impressive things about Sarvam AI is just how easy they've made it for anyone to get started. It's super accessible, and best of all, it's free to try.
That's right. The second you sign up, boom, Sarvam puts 1,000 free credits right into your account. And we're talking 1,000 rupees here. This isn't some little watered-down trial either. It's a really generous amount that lets you properly put the platform through its paces.
So what does 1,000 rupees in credits actually get you? Well, a lot, it turns out. You could transcribe 33 hours of audio, or generate 7 full hours of high-quality AI voice, or translate 500,000 characters of text. To give you some perspective, getting 7 hours of AI voice from a competitor like 11 Labs would cost you way more. It's pretty clear they're making a big play to win over the Indian developer market by being super cost-effective. Okay, so we've got our free credits. Let's go spend them. Our first stop is the audio toolkit. We're going to see how well Sarvam can both generate and understand human speech, and we'll start with their text-to-speech model. So they're using their latest model. It's called Bulbul v3, and it's been built from the ground up specifically for India. You can type in different Indian languages, and it even gives you suggestions. You can pick voice styles for anything, audiobooks, sales calls, you name it. And you can get that high-quality audio that's perfect for content creation. And I have to say, the voices themselves, like Shob and Amit, they sound incredibly natural. Now, let's flip the coin and look at transcription, which uses their Saras v3 model. And this is way more than just turning speech into text. It can actually tell different speakers apart in the same file. It adds punctuation automatically, so it's readable. And this is the big one, it flawlessly understands Hinglish. You know, that mix of Hindi and English we all use in conversation? It doesn't get confused at all. All right, next up, let's see how Sarvam deals with visual information. This is where things get really, really impressive. We're going to test its ability to analyze not just images, but really complex multi-page documents. Okay, so here's a problem you've probably run into. We took a complicated 5-page PDF, it's got charts, headers, all that stuff, and fed it to a standard model. And the result? Just a jumbled wall of text. I mean, it got the words out, but it completely lost the structure, which makes the whole thing pretty useless. But now, look at this. We ran that exact same PDF through Sarvam's upgraded Akshar model, and wow, the difference is night and day. It didn't just pull out the text, it actually understood the layout. It knew what the headers were, it identified the section titles, and it just perfectly organized all the data into this clean, structured format. Just brilliant. So here's the key takeaway, and you might want to sit down for this one. For tasks that involve Indian documents and Indian context, Sarvam's vision models aren't just good, they're apparently world-class. In fact, our sources are claiming that they're currently outperforming global giants like Gemini and ChatGPT on this specific front. That is a massive, massive statement. Let's move on to translation. Now, look, anyone can just plug text into a basic online translator. But what Sarvam is doing is way more sophisticated. This model has been trained specifically on the tiny nuances of Indian languages and the way we communicate today. Okay, check this out. It's a perfect example. In a lot of Indian languages, the end of a verb changes based on who's speaking, male or female. Sarvam's model lets you actually specify the gender. And as you can see, it correctly adjusts the Hindi grammar. For a male speaker, it ends one way. For a female speaker, it correctly changes it. This kind of contextual awareness is absolutely critical if you want translations that sound natural. And this all ties back to its amazing support for Hinglish. So instead of awkwardly trying to translate common English words into some pure, formal Hindi, the AI gets that they're just part of how we talk now, and it keeps them. This makes the final output feel authentic, Not like it came out of some dusty old textbook. So we've seen how powerful all these individual tools are. But how do you actually put them to work in your own projects? Well, this is where APIs come in. Think of them as the keys that let any app or service tap directly into Sarvam's AI brain. And the great news is they've made it super, super simple. Getting a developer API key so you can use those 1,000 free credits literally takes just a few clicks in the dashboard. You don't have to be some hardcore coder to get this up and running. And they aren't stopping there. Beyond these core models, Sarvam is already rolling out more advanced stuff. You can build custom voice agents, like a fitness coach or an e-commerce assistant. They've also got a video dubbing feature in beta. It's really promising, but, it still needs a little work on the accents and the lip syncing before it's ready for prime time. All right, our test drive is officially complete. We've played with the audio suite, we've pushed the vision models, we've tested those nuanced translations. So, what's the final verdict? What's the bottom line? So, based on everything we've seen, the platform's number one strength is its deep, almost native understanding of Indian language nuances, everything from Hinglish to that gender-specific grammar. Right behind that is its incredibly powerful Akshar model for documents. Then you add in the killer pricing and the easy-to-use developer tools, and you've got a really, really compelling package. I think the main takeaway is crystal clear. Sarvam isn't just a copy of some Western model. This is a platform that has been built from the ground up to solve problems that are specific to the Indian market. And in that context, its vision and text models are already fierce competitors on the world stage. And that, of course, leaves us with the big question hanging in the air. Sarvam has proven that it can build these highly specialized, best-in-class models for its home turf. But the real challenge now is whether it can scale that innovation to compete head-to-head with the American and Chinese giants on a truly global stage. I guess only